Hello there everyone and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with a Great War mod. Last time around it was actually quite a while because they've been remodeling the downstairs apartment, so I've had trouble getting this going, and also I've been waiting for a patch to hopefully fix the problem we had around the Paris battle, but it seems that by a coincidence we're going to be able to bypass that problem with the fact that we are intercepting them, meaning that most of what the enemy is going to bring in is going to be brought in as reinforcements. So we're going to empty this entire area with this battle, and then I've sent off an army over to the east to kind of try and cut off the French moving there, and then we'll see, maybe we'll be able to fit in the battle over at Königsberg as well, because the British have landed over there. With that said, we're going to jump straight into this battle, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm pretty confident in victory because so much of the French army is just straight up cavalry, but just because there's so many of them, they might actually be able to surprise us, but who knows. The interesting thing here is, of course, where they're going to enter on the field of as reinforcements. Looking at their positions to where the battle is, they should end up behind, so it should not come as any kind of surprise when we actually start the battle. But with that said, let's go straight into it, shall we? There is not much for it. There's only 2 enemies across there. The interesting thing is to see where the reinforcement's going to come in. Okay, so there's the major one with cavalry, but there's another one that's going to come in as well. Let's see if we can try and get up to that hill. Let's hurry into position rather quickly. I've placed the foot guards to protect, together with the cavalry and the general, and then I split my forces off with, let's see, we've got 5 units over here, and I believe I've got, let's see, 3, 6, 7 on this side. The enemy moving across there. I might need to push, since the main reinforcement, we might want to push actually 1 unit over to this side. And now looking at the map, oh, they're actually turning up behind us. That's rather nasty. Okay, so second line will be drawn across here. Hopefully anchored by the house. Let's get in quickly and hopefully be able to set up before the cavalry reaches us. I think we're going to stop this unit as soon as possible and order them to open fire. Actually, the enemy is just going to sit there and shoot at us so we can move quite freely. This is going to be difficult because there's going to be cavalry coming in trying to charge both sides. We have quite the concentration of cavalry. I think they just shot tons of their own troops through there, so that kind of saves me. And this unit, of course, cavalry, not that good. But all this cavalry spam is going to stop us from getting to the edge before the infantry starts coming out. And I did notice artillery to be deployed out of here. We kind of need to get to that artillery before it's being able to lay down fire. So we're going to get 3 there. 3 from this side firing towards here, and we'll be laying fire down towards that wood. Here, I was just about to order my troops to try and take this hill, but then the cavalry moves up there. A lot of cavalry units are actually pulling back. Colonial Marines, do not care much for them. I'm gonna send these 3 to claim the hill on this side. And then hopefully these 3 units should be cutting Yeah, these guys are more or less cut down. Now claim the hill on this side. Maybe I should refocus one of the artillery pieces towards this side. Oh, the French are opening fire upon us. We'll halt the advance temporarily to be able to return fire. And I do think, oh, this one's getting hit by artillery fire, so we're not moving that one, but I am going to move this one. I think we're going to move this one as well to give a better angle. I told these guys to run, and I didn't tell these guys to run. That's bad. What I can do here is actually hide the lancers behind the hill. And if needed, I can tell them to turn on to the enemy. It might not have been... Oh, we ever actually lost that cannon. Or not so much lost it as we lost the cannon train. Okay, it looks fine here. The French are holding. They're setting up their artillery. They'll be blasting us soon. But I'm doing fine. On the other hand, we've taken this hill. And we should actually continue here to advance to be able to lay down fire upon the enemy. Also, this unit, since the cavalry is coming forth, I'm not going to move it just yet. But I will be moving this one so we kind of cover this side of here. Or we can actually move maybe even through here. I really want to break that one, so let's go ahead and deploy our two artilleries. Since this is a smaller reinforcements, we might be done with this first, and then I could drag these 6 units over to this side and aid. Getting hit pretty bad. There's lots of enemy units coming in. I think these guys need to advance even further. I think we have room here, enough troops. We need to relieve some of the pressure of these units, which are getting hit pretty hard. And I think we're gonna... There's no risk now of this area being attacked, so I'm gonna bring in the elites and I'm gonna plug the hole right there. Alright, it's going fine. Why are we not shooting here anymore? Oh, they just kind of came back into range. Why is the gun I turn? Yeah, they are firing. Obviously, fire on this, and then the infantry can shoot down the cannons. That'll be nice enough. Oh, I forgot an infantry unit here. Let's push that immediately over to this side. Looks like the enemy infantry is slowly just walking onto us right now. Seems the reinforcements kind of bugged. Not that that matters much. I am gonna go ahead and select. Oh, they're just out of range, of course, of my artillery. Damn. That's a job for the cavalry, though. Move them over here. Is the enemy returning fire? I don't think they are. I'll order these guys to gain more ground. Yeah, they're firing back from over here. But some units kind of just walk straight onto us. Let's go ahead and check here. The artillery was defeated. The few troops are being cut down as well. Let's quickly head back over here. I really want to break the problem is I can send in my cavalry, but there's an enemy cavalry unit there, although that cavalry unit is desperate to leave the battlefield. The enemy infantry is now properly fighting us. Move forward. Forward. Come on, lances. We'll organize the lancers and prepare to charge. They're just about to move their artillery, which is going to work really well for me, because that means they're going to be mounted and the entire train is going to die when I kill it. Charge! The French troops retreat down in the valley. And then my lancers ride in, yeah, killing the trains as they go. Complete catastrophe for the French artillery. Being killed. We've got one artillery there, one there, and then two over here. Single one over there. Problem is the enemy cavalry. I'm pretty sure that the rifle cavalry, not only do they outnumber us, but I'm pretty sure they're better equipped than us. And right now we're... oh shit. As soon as the cavalry fired, they wiped out my lancers. 8 managed to get away. And maybe that's enough to actually save the unit. Oh, the French were able to actually... they were able to deploy that one cannon. But it's a little bit too little, too late. They're gonna be able to fire off a shot here, though. And what are they firing at? Oh, they hit this one, killing 8 men. With all the fires going down, there's a single artillerist left. Why? Oh, we're not within range to shoot the bastard? Right. The battle became very quiet all of a sudden because we're waiting for one man to leave the field or die. And he decides to just run back and forth at his, as he's given artillery piece. You had plenty of opportunity to run away. But it looks like you're about to get gunned down. No one's actually shooting at him. Oh, he leaves. Oh, and then we start shooting. I can't select them. Hold your fire. There we go. Yeah, we'll let him live. Good! With this, we actually depopulated in terms of... I say depopulated, but we removed the armies around Paris, which means we should be able to go in. Beyond this, there are 2 more French armies that we need to deal with. As a result of the 3rd Battle of Paris, I believe, or there's maybe even 4th Battle of Paris. Enemy deployed 4,200 men against our 3,000. They lost all of them, leaving only 87 men, while we only lost 678, leaving 2,000 men that should be able to march on and occupy Paris. It's the enemy end turn, so we'll let that run through and we'll go over how the situation, what the situation looks like. Very nice here that the cavalry, I bet if one more cavalry soldier had died, the unit would have been wiped out, but because it was 8, the unit survived. So they just barely survived as a unit. But with that, yeah, let's go ahead and roll on through. Okay, so the British didn't actually go in and take it, which I'm quite surprised at. Because I even evacuated the 1 infantry unit I had there. Just so it could link up with the army of Maximilian Prittwitz. So now he should be able to march on. It's going to take a turn. But Arthur Currie is going to find himself on the receiving end on German army, rather than laying siege to this. They've brought mortars, so hopefully they might not even have heavy artillery, which should make it quite easy for us to sink. The sinking immediately sends shockwaves around the world, and Germany, who had begun a policy of unconditional submarine warfare only a short time before, faced sharp criticism, and while most of the victims were British and Irish, the 128 Americans killed created immense outcry in the United States. 2 years later, the American army would sail to France and cheers of "Remember Louisiana." We've got troops recruited, mostly in Brandenburg. These are to join the army that I was sending to the east. Takes forever to march through here. We'll hopefully, I have so many centers of learning that hopefully we'll be able to get I don't know, what do I need to get the even better? I need diesel engines. Okay, so that's not too far away. And then we'll get super trains going everywhere. Very nice. Port build in Pomerania. And then we've got the depopulated, as I say, deforested area around France. Wait, are they building? They have the technology? They have the technology. Right. There's quite a few Frenchies. What I want to do is I want to cut off the French from being able to relieve Paris. So I'm going to march with all haste to have this army. Hopefully we'll be able to block them as they cross, and we'll have a battle there where I can set my machine guns and artillery on them. At the same time, this army is, I guess it was moving to Normandy. How many troops can I move out? I can move out everyone, I imagine, if I just exempt the region from tax and have Landwehr created. Then this army should be able to march just to the edge here, so it still can receive reinforcements. And then it should be able to at least help out, or hopefully block this one from advancing. What I could do is, if this... I could move the cavalry onto this, maybe. We'll see. Oh, we've got... Where did this French army come from? That's gonna be difficult. I don't think I have enough troops or Landwehr. Maybe if I hold them off at the bridge, we could possibly hold them. Now it looks like the French are retaking quite a bit. Or in the position anyways. So one of their armies have made it quite far around here, and I think he'll actually be able to arrive at the Strasbourg region before me. So he'll be able to get to there. Really what I need is something to block him. The cavalry can move faster, but even they won't be fast enough. And there's nothing that I can recruit quick enough to actually send there. And even if I send the Landwehr over here, then we're closer. The thing is, of course, even if he takes the area, that of course doesn't mean that he'll be able to hold it. So he might be able to upset the structures or the building in the region for a turn, but that's about it. I'm more concerned about these, because taking out these will take a lot longer given their position. Back to here. Right, so we've got the British about ready to launch an army. And then we've got what looks like the Russians mounting a counteroffensive towards Latvia. But that should also work quite fine. What I should do here, we probably need more infantry. Machine guns and then infantry to bolster that army. Then this army should be bolstered. As there's nothing really coming here, I could detach this artillery, or maybe create an entirely new army to aid the Austrians is going this way. And then, I mean, we're starting to, yeah, I've created too many troops. We're only making about 3,000. But I'll be able to better organize everything as things go along. What do we have here? Quite a bit of troops. Could I move them out and leave the Landwehr? Yes, I can. Then we have additional troops to put towards Paris. All of these troops are not necessarily going to be needed in this area. But we'll try to manage. I think I have a lot of improvements all over the country that's going to come in. That's going to boost my economy quite a bit. So hopefully that works. And I was actually able to start trade with the Spanish again. So now we've got trade with Spain through the sea lanes. So we've got Spanish trade out of the port of La Corona. Or Corona, I mean. Not the disease. That would be bad. Is there something else that I'm thinking about? No, there isn't there? Do I fit another battle? I think that we possibly have time for another one. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what the enemy comes up with. Of course, I have no more moves left. So let's see what they do. Just as I thought, we are able to intercept the French before they're able to relieve Paris. So Karl von Bülow has a chance to destroy them. Hopefully it's a bridge battle. Which, that's going to be a massacre, isn't it? It's a high-star general, though. Not that that's going to help, because he's quite outgunned, I'd say. I start off with this very nice hill with impossible terrain all around it almost, with just one exit point over here. So I've decided to place all my artillery on top of it, plus a machine gun crew to guard it. One machine gun will be moving forward with the infantry though to attack. With that said, let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna bring this machine gun forward through the village. We're gonna see about attacking the enemy. There's gonna be quite a bit of reinforcements coming in to attack us, so we'll have to keep a lookout for them. They're coming all the way over here, so no worries there. They're setting up their artillery. I'm hoping to get my... Oh, it's one of the new generals. Look at that. It's a little bit of a mix here. Right. Artillery should definitely be focusing on the enemy's artillery, as I'm worried that the enemy's artillery will be focusing in on my machine gun, which is slow as it is. I'm hoping to get that into to actually use it in the fighting here. With the way the enemy is walking, I think the easiest way is actually to place the machine gun over there. We've got hussars coming in. I don't like that. We'll try to charge some troops into the village here rather quickly, just so I don't have everything running in, or my units get killed by the hussars. My vulnerable units, like the machine guns. Looks like they could be trying a flank there, going around the two small villages. We're concentrating on artillery. I'm not entirely sure if that's super useful. It might be better to focus the artillery on infantry. But then again, I do want to use the machine gun on that said infantry. And we've blasted these guys quite a bit. Let's see. Heavy artillery has done quite the work on these. Maybe you should hit that one unit over there. It's the 19th artillery that was coming in. I think if I set it to fire here, that's going to be a good area in which to cut up. Right, he did actually make it around. He made it far, far around. I don't know, he went all the way to the edge of the map. Right, advance through the village. Take up a little bit better positions. And then you will leave room for the machine guns to roll up. I think this is a pretty good spot. Maybe not. I would have to roll it all the way up to the edge. Or really more, I guess better is to roll it kind of to here to be able to fire through. Not great spots. Artillery blasting up the infantry as they're moving in a very awkward way. How am I doing with destroying these? Not so good, not so good at all. I'm gonna retarget over there, see if that gets a better chance. I guess realistically we're not gonna be able to shoot at these guys, but we could be shooting at these. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit here, so I can get the machine guns going. Kind of get the machine guns a little bit too close to the enemy. Almost. Oh, we got fire now coming in from our infantry towards the enemy as they're walking over there. The machine gun. Oh, we've lost the machine gun. What happened with it? It got destroyed or decrewed over here. Could it be enemy artillery? Most likely so. Infantry. Let's organize them better, get them to the front. We'll get the machine gun all the way to the edge here, but it looks like we're gonna miss actually being able to use them against the enemy. And then you'll protect like that. And then we speed up a little bit more. Okay, now we should be able to see some machine gun firing. Right there! Not entirely sure which is more useful right now, because everyone's literally target that unit. So I don't know how much of... we'll see in the end how... Damn, the machine gun is loud, isn't it? We'll see how many troops the machine gun killed. They're all walking way over there. Right, I'll detach you to keep tracking them, but we need to keep moving here. The enemy is just holding the position way out. Oh, that was... I think that was a machine gun actually shooting down the enemy general. Oh, we should actually set here. It has plenty of room to cover the advance of the infantry. We've got enemy cuirassiers possibly trying to charge us here. And within seconds, they're cut down. I guess, I mean, the artillery position is well protected. So we'll just push everything on the attack now. Let's see, how far does my machine gun go? We can protect all the way up here. Let's have the infantry focus their advance a bit more like that. While you focus your attack a little bit more like that. And then this unit will come in as well. This hasn't done that well, shooting up this area. I guess it's better to focus in here, where we actually have quite a bit of enemies firing at us. Do I reach? No, I don't reach this area. Machine gun is firing. It's very long range. So it's not killing tons of them, but it is killing some. Oh shit! We completely missed a cavalry unit in there. It's bloody chasseurs. Let's see if we can avoid these entirely and then just charge in and get those cannons. Machine guns tearing up the troops over here. I've detached one unit, and hopefully that will kill the cavalry, save these 2 units. The one that's 18 men needs to be withdrawn from that. Hold your fire. I think you're shooting down this unit, and I kind of don't want it to die. Okay, now you can open up again. We're gonna draw all the infantry out of there. Oh shit, another bloody cavalry unit that came in. Let's see, from my artillery hill. Ah, they're blasting these as they come back into the fight. It's way too late. Hit the cavalry, I think that will do the trick. Why aren't you firing? These units are not doing well. Get into the woods. You can stay beyond. Let's see, how did it went here? I'm accidentally blasting my own units. Heavy artillery. Now focus on the units that are left. And you should be moving up to the ridge, firing down upon them.
Soon to be yours.
Enemy cavalry or enemy artillery here is more or less done for. We'll move them out. Machine gun. Turned out to be a really good spot here. I think we need aid here. Oh, now these machine guns are opening up on these. Yeah. Then I can focus all my artillery towards this area. Have you Yeah, you've more or less shot them all down. The smaller unit can stay. Then this unit will move forth and take part. There's a few left. Let's see, machine gun. Slowly tearing up these. 2 men making their way to the artillery hill. Oh, I can see plenty of bullets coming flying there. Now there's just 1 guy with 4 machine guns trained on him. Fire up through these. It's time to end this. Call a bayonet charge. Bayonet charge. Have you not killed these yet? It's because I didn't tell them to fire at will. Artillery will hold fire. The machine gun will target these guys, so as to avoid shooting down our own. So we got the charge going in. And we've got charge going in over here as well. Overwhelming the French troops. A machine gun took out those, and the artillery is given up. The reinforcement sent to relieve Paris is gone. The only thing is left now is... I was about to say the general, but he was killed as well. There is. And we are victorious. Although at a very heavy cost. And the result of the battle? The enemy deployed 1944, while I deployed 1681. I ended up losing 1,100 men, leaving only 500, so that's about 2/3 of my force died. 60%, 65% I'd say. While the enemy of course lost everything, with only 28 men making it out of there. In terms of... all units survived actually. Great. Kills goes to... there we go, the machine gun. Lost 5. killed 210. So that machine gun, it had a really good spot. The enemy was held away from it. Very open view, and it was able to kill 210. So it outperformed quite a lot. But we had also an infantry unit that outperformed both the artillery and the machine gun, which is interesting. And then we've got falling stat, and the second machine gun in defensive position on the hill managed to shoot 8 people. So, not very impressive. Then again, there wasn't any major attack on that position. As it is the enemy turn, let's let the good times roll on, as it were. We've got a workers' strike in Normandy. Not that I care. Ancillary gained. Grand tourists. Minus campaign movement range. And research points for civil technologies. Seen one bloody ruin, seen them all. Old thing. Is there any more port? Is there any more port? Ah, port as in, yeah, I get it. Right, we've got some research going in. Ancillaries gain, drummer boy. Good. Units recruited, elite troops being recruited in Brandenburg. We've got the centenary of the Battle of Waterloo. Also, it looks like these are trying to walk around us, so we'll have to speed these guys around. I'll be able to block their advance, so next they'll be there as I get to there. I could block them with my cavalry. Ah, with the acquisition of oil. No, I've already had that. Can I build... No. What was it actually that I got? I got... Oh, did I get trench warfare? Was that what... Yes! Trench warfare has come in. We've got a new style of infantry. Just in time for me to recruit tons of infantry. We've got the helmets being introduced. Late June 1915. So we're a bit early, I believe. But yeah, and then new artillery pieces as well. We've got the mountain gun. And then the howitzers have been replaced. The field gun has been replaced. Light howitzer is the same though. And then we've got the railway gun. This one's impressive. We'll use that one to good effect. Would have used it on Paris, but Paris has already fallen. Looks like Paris is definitely just an outer assault. It's all home guard. I mean, it would be kind of pointless to fight them because, well, it's only home guard. The enemy is closed in way too close here. But now that I've done 2 battles, let's not linger here because the video will take way too long. So, with all of this, I say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.